Johnny, I'm getting a fever.
Oh, maybe you should go lie down. Let me take care of this.
No, not that. I'm getting a deep in my heart hatred for a fast rising rival of the Preds that wears the color green.
Everybody's hands go up, way up. As the Nashville Predators go into Dallas, Texas, they go into the American Airlines Center Wednesday night and they defeat the Dallas Stars by a score of 4-2. On the back of a 25 save performance by one UC Saros, a fight short of a Gordie Howe hat trick for one Tanner Jeannot, the Preds have now won 6 of their last 8, and more impressively, 8 of their last 11 games head-to-head with the Dallas Stars. Michael McCarron and Matthew Olivier are in the lineup up for Milwaukee as Rocco takes a seat and Nick Cousins and Philip Forsberg continue to recover on the IR. Pretty even first, low shot totals all around until an unlikely duo would open the scoring for the Preds just under a minute left to go in that first frame. Preds are driving into the Stars zone as Ryan Johansson backhands it to number 84, Tanner Jeannot, who backhands it right back to, in the tightest of windows, Ryan Johansson backhands it up and over Braden Holtby, who's in net for the Dallas Stars. His pad, 1-0 Preds after the first. In the second period, a lot of the same. And impressively, the Preds are controlling large segments of that period, even though they wouldn't outshoot the Stars for the game as a whole. Then, just about under 5 minutes into the middle frame, play is in the neutral zone when Philip Tomasino quickly gets it ahead to Tanner Jeannot, who has Braden Holtby and his defenseman full because it looks like he's going to drive the puck backhand into the Stars zone, either drive behind the net or maybe to one of his teammates. But in an instant, when Holtby doesn't expect it, Tanner Jeannot snaps it forehand over Holtby's right shoulder, and it's 2-0 Preds. Later in the middle of the second, while Luke Kunin is serving a penalty for slashing on that ensuing Dallas power play, Tyler Seguin takes a shot and it goes off of Alexander Carrier's noggin and he is down. Luckily, not too bad, at least optically. The Nashville Predators training staff would take him off and he would not return. Hopefully, he's not out too long, if not very much, because that's the last thing the Preds need is another injury, and it be to their blue line. The Preds would kill off that Luke Kunin penalty, fortunately, and to that point, it was 10 consecutive kills to this point in the season. So that's promising going forward into the season if the Preds can have long spurts like this of not allowing a power play goal. Under 150 seconds left to go in the middle frame, after an odd man rush by the Stars into the Preds zone, it would be the Preds' turn to take it the other way. Tommy Novak gets it to, never would I thought I would have said this during the preseason or training camp, one of the hottest Preds goal scorers right now, number 95, Matt Duchene, who picks a spot, beats Holtby, 3-0 Preds. Dare I reference a famous wrestler's catchphrase that goes back to when I was in college almost 20 years ago. Do you smell what Duchene is cooking? Right after that goal, though, right before the second intermission, the Stars get one back. It's Roope Hintz who knocks it down right in front of Saros. The Preds thought it might have been a hand pass, but it was a legal play. He beats Saros. They get one back. 3-1 Preds after 2 periods. Early rush by the Preds into the Stars zone early in the third period as Yakov Trenin gets it to Colton Sissons, and the rebound, which Holtby desperately covers up, comes ever so close to landing in the trapezoid. So Holtby was very lucky how close he was to getting a penalty for that, since you cannot have the goalie play the puck back there. The next best chance was by Michael Raffi, who gets a clean-cut breakaway on Saros, but he stones him, maintaining the Preds' 2-goal lead. Just about halfway into the third period, Josi would get called for holding Jason Robertson of the Dallas Stars, and just like it looked like the Preds were going to kill off another major penalty, giving them a boost to hopefully ride to the end of the game and get the victory, Heiskanen scores to cut the Preds' lead to 3-2. We get to the final stages of the third, under a minute to go now. The Dallas Stars, desperate, knowing they're only down a goal, desperate to tie this game. The Preds can't seem to get a full line change for the life of them. Players exhausted, but with the last ounces of strength that they have for the players who are on the ice, Mikael Granlund knocks it down, gets it right over to Colton Sissons, who has a clean look from his own defensive zone at the empty net, shoots it down, it's in, 4-2 Preds. Nothing better than road Frosties, and that is the final score. Solid bounce back game after a letdown, dare I say stinker, in Chicago on Sunday. Dallas may have shot the Preds overall in this game, but I think this is one of my favorite Preds performances of the season, especially since the Sharks win. This team does have some injuries right now that some might consider worrisome, and against tougher opponents they might very well be, but the boys are picking up the slack in their absence. Preds penalty kill looking good despite giving up one power play goal versus the Stars on Wednesday. The Preds power play is going to have to do its part, as going into tomorrow the Preds are up against the league's best penalty kill in the form of the St. Louis Blues. And finally, I just have to say, what a start to the season by one Juuse Saros. Usually he gets off to very slow starts and Pekka has to pick up his slack, but without the stress of Pekka, or I guess trying to impress Dad, Juuse Saros has 6 of the 7 Preds victories. Hopefully David Rittich can do him a huge favor, because Juuse deserves the night off tomorrow in St. Louis. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. You can find my social media by clicking on the channel name. Tell all your friends about Redemption and Preds Nation. The Preds have earned 7 points in 5 road games so far of this road trip, with 1 left to go, because knowledge is power.